Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Bond. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to six, and the general manager of Dan Cummins Chevrolet Buick in Paris, Kentucky, the second largest used car franchise dealer in the United States of America. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Glenn Lundy coming to you from the GM Hustle House here in Orlando, Florida. And I'm dealing with some settings and all that stuff. So if I'm a little bit off this morning, I apologize. Hope everybody's getting up in here. Hope everybody can hear everything sound-wise, because I have an incredible show for you today. Absolutely incredible show for you today. After the first day, the first incredible, amazing, over-the-top day at hashtag Hustle and GrindCon. Dude, I got to tell you, I saw grown men crying, like bawling their eyeballs out yesterday. I smiled and laughed so much yesterday, like just unbelievable how many times I got to smile, how many times I got to laugh, the different connections and relationships that I was able to make. Like, yesterday was absolutely insane, man. It was insane. It was just incredible. And on top of everything else, I think the best part, of course, on top of everything else, is I learned so much. I mean, it's crazy. I got wisdom from each of the speakers that I'm going to share with you today. Wisdom from each and every single one of them. I got the experiences to experience some time with some of the greats. I mean, last night, I looked down just before I went to bed, and there's a circle of people here in the GM house masterminding. You had Brian Benstock. You had Scott Simons. You had Josh Cummins. Some of the greatest minds just all together in one spot, masterminding. Unbelievable. It was absolutely crazy. I heard the wisest words. Some of the wisest words of my life came out of the mouth of an 11-year-old. An 11-year-old yesterday gave me some of the wisest words of my entire life, man. We're talking about an 11-year-old girl who's on her way. She'll be a millionaire next year. Her own money, not her parents' money. Nobody else is doing it for her. She's putting in the work. She's making the money. She's making the impact on this planet. She's incredible. Hands down. I'm going to share some of the wisdom from Miss Hannah Swan here this morning. Listen, you're going to love today's episode of Rise and Grind. I promise. You are going to absolutely love today's episode. And I did set it up, and I wonder if I can make this work, because I'd like to do, before we dive in too far, I would like to dance. I want to make sure we can dance, get the energy right up in here this morning, and I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. So this is the part of the show where you're going to hit that share button, because I truly do believe that we can change this planet if we can change the way people start their day. So sometimes that just starts with a simple share from you. Say good morning to me. I'm going to say good morning to you. Hopefully this music.
Three, two, one, jump!
Okay, way too loud, right? You guys are awake now, aren't you? You're awake now. Good morning, Beth Workman. How are you? Good morning, AJ Schultz. How are you doing? Jeremy Nelson and Vicky Everett. Patrick Boots up in here. My man, Mike Brockway. What's up, Pam Biddle? It was great seeing you yesterday. Can't wait to see you today. Josh Cummins, my man. Good morning. Always a pleasure to see you. Donnie Grady finally got to shake your hand yesterday. Donnie Grady has the most incredible cards. If you ever get a chance, he has these personal personalized cards that he makes that are truly powerful. They're powerful in their delivery, which is hard to say that about a card, right? But it's true. Good morning, Stephen Jones, Leanne Reinsmith's up in here, Elizabeth Cohen. I got Ann Gilbert. I've got Brian Olson, Janelle Griego, Josh Gay, Eddie Gilbert. Everybody's up in here this morning. I love it. Tuesday morning, October 9th, 2018. Can you believe it? Tuesday, October 8th, 2019. The first and last time it'll ever be Tuesday, October 9th, 2019. So we got to make the most of this day. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to make the most of this day? Tim Duff, are you ready? Kevin Agler, I got to meet you yesterday. It was a pleasure to meet you. Hope you're up and ready. I don't see my man Josh. Is Josh in here? I'm not going to call him out if he's not in here. Good morning, Sean Hayes. I don't see him. I don't see my man Josh. Oh, I called him out on stage yesterday, though, and that was awesome. That was a really incredible, fun part of yesterday. There were a lot of fun parts of yesterday, and we're going to dive into that a little bit today here on hashtag Rise and Grind. First off, out the gate, check this girl out.
The first day of school is always the scariest, and I do this at least twice a year. I was 1 year old when I started traveling. First stop, Hanalei Bay, Hawaii. That's where I got my name. I'm Hanalei Swan. Since then, I've lived and went to school in Panama, Peru, Brazil, Mexico, and Morocco. And now, I live here in Bali, Indonesia. Life's pretty good here. I made friends from all around the world. My dad surfs, my mom writes, I have 1 cat, 2 rescue dogs, and a house full of geckos. I go to the beach a lot. Every day is a new adventure. Happy birthday. With new friends, new sights, and new lessons. I get to do all this because my parents work online. My mom and dad speak all over the world, and I get to go with them. And once in a while, I even speak. I'd like to encourage people to feel confident, happy, healthy, and beautiful, like how we need to feel on a first day of school. A lot of people deal with fear in their life, and unfortunately, there's no quick way to go through it. But for me, a beautiful dress can make anyone feel powerful. My passion has always been art and design. Traveling this much has definitely introduced me to styles, textiles, colors, and designs. From the poyeras of Panama to the Moroccan caftans to the Balinese cabayas and the Hawaiian sarongs, the list goes on. I get inspired by it all. Then I design. And then one night I met Karen. I showed her my designs, and she said they should be more than just drawings. They need to be real. And that's what brought us right here, the real creation mode. 10 designs inspired by 25 different countries and 6 continents, and 1 girl who refuses to be afraid anymore. My goal has always been to help people, and that's exactly what this collection will do. It'll make people happy. Everyone involved is doing it out of love, and everyone who has the chance to wear them will feel unstoppable. And now, I think it's time for you to see them too.
Dude, I got to tell you, this young lady, oh boy, this young lady. Look, I'm like, my eyes are already watering up a little bit. Just after the experience of watching her speak yesterday, man. I mean, this young lady comes out and she absolutely commands the stage. From the instant she walks out, she absolutely just commands the stage. I'm telling you, she comes out, she does a little twirl. She's got her designs. She's incredible, right? She's incredible. She's so powerful. She's like, she's got you laughing. She's got you in tears. She's so passionate about her mission, about what she believes. Not only is she designing clothes at 11 years old, That alone is phenomenal. But not only that, but she's got her money figured out. She saves part of her money. She spends part of her money. And then she donates part of her money. She gives back. She understands the connection with the planet and with people and the relationship and how important it is. And what I love is, even though she's so complex and even though she's so incredibly wise, what I love is this young lady. If she said it right there in the video, I don't know if you caught it, but she said it right there in the video that she does it because it's going to make people happy. That's the reason she does it. Because she just wants to make people happy. It's so simple. We complicate so many things in our life. We complicate so many things in relationships when really it boils down to, let's just make each other happy. Let's just find ways to make each other smile, man. We're all connected in this beautiful thing. Listen, I learned from her yesterday. Here's what I learned. The main thing I learned from Hanalei yesterday, the biggest thing I learned from Hanalei is that we have to start asking the question, what do we want to be now? You see, at one point in her life, Hanalei had been asked, they had been asking her what she wanted to be in the future. Like, what did she want to be? Did she want to be a fireman or did she want to be, a policeman or whatever? You know what I'm saying? They're asking those what do you want to be questions, the same ones that we tell and ask ourselves all the times. What do we want to be when we grow up? What do we want to do later in life? You know, those questions that we're constantly asking. Her question was, what do you want to be right now? Subtract time. Get time out of the equation. What do you want to be right now? Who do you want to be right now? And that hit me. It hit me in the heart because I'm always asking my kids. She attacked me as a parent and she attacked me as a person. And I'm going to attack you as a parent and I'm going to attack you as a person. Are you limiting your own beliefs? Are you limiting what you can do? Are you limiting your children? Are you holding them back? Are you truly believing that time actually matters? That age actually matters, that location actually matters, because it doesn't anymore, people. It doesn't. We live in this era where we can connect with people all around the world in an instant, in a snap, just like that, and we can be us, and we can present ourselves, and we can carry ourselves, and we can represent, and we can be examples, and we can do all of those things. We can chase our dreams, we can learn, we can do whatever it is we want to do, and we can do it now, right now, today. Today. Oh my gosh, she got me so fired up, dude. She is incredible. And the best part about Hanalei is afterwards, after she commands the stage like an absolute pro and smacks me in the face in multiple ways, I'm talking to her back in the green room and she's telling me about her cats and how she does different massages with her cats and she runs out and gets some ice cream. And ultimately what I realized is this young lady, she's just a kid. There's nothing other than her mindset, other than what she believes right here. There's nothing about her that makes her remarkable or outstanding. It's not like she's this unique anomaly that has this ability to do things that others can't do. No, she simply has a belief. She simply knows in her mind that she is unstoppable, that she is a child of God uniquely made in this universe, and that she can do massive things. Massive things, and nobody's taking it away from her. Her parents, Rhonda Swan, just pours into her. Rhonda was another one of the speakers that was incredible yesterday. She has an amazing story of how they fell apart, they lost everything, and then they built it all back up, and they did it for Hanalei because they had Hanalei in her arms at 3 weeks old, and they were broke, and they didn't know what they were going to do, so they decided at that point in time, they decided that they were going to completely change their life, and they uprooted themselves, and they did everything differently than they had done before. And they built an empire and they birthed this amazing, or they raised this amazing child, Hanalei. Raised her, and they did it with some awesome parenting. She's lived on 6 different continents, people. How many continents have you been to? Because I've been to 1. What is wrong with me? I'm 40 years old. I've been to 1. Are you kidding me? She's been to 6. She's 11 years old, dude. 11 years old, she's been to 6. Her parents, the way that they parent her, the way they open her mind, the way that they've created her to be unstoppable is admirable. And what Rhonda does, not only did she bring the fire on the stage yesterday, but she brought focus and attention to the fact that there is a better way. There is a different way. There's a different mindset. We can really dive in and define our niche, that thing that we love. What does that look like? We can define it and we can break it down and we can build a life around it. We can build a life around it. Dude, my man Sean Hayes came out there yesterday and put it down. Sean Hayes, you know what I love about Sean Hayes, man? He's just like this boy next door, right? He's just the boy next door. He just kind of goes out there and he's like, hey, I'm Sean Hayes, and you can't help but love him, dude. But really, he's just this silent assassin. He's just this silent assassin that drops these freaking nuggets on you when you're not even expecting them, right? You're just watching and you're listening and you're like, man, Sean's cool. I totally dig that dude. And then pow, all of a sudden he just wakes you up, man. And yesterday he poured into us about our legacy. Yesterday he poured into us and made us realize that we aren't going to live forever and we have a mark that we need to make. And he broke down how we do that in the best ways. It was incredible seeing him stand up on the stage, this guy who not too long ago was what he calls just a salesman, which I don't call it that, but I know what he means, because I think the salesman is the most important role in the entire dealership. But he stands up there and he drops these nuggets of wisdom, and he just brought it down, man. How right is Sean to say it's time to focus on the legacy? It's time to focus on the legacy, people. We've been all working and building on the brands, right? We understand what it's like to build a brand. Anybody can build a brand at this point in day. I can go online right now, create a website in about an hour. I can have a brand and I can pay to stick it out there everywhere. But that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It's the legacy that we leave. What are people saying about you? What do people think about you? When you're not in the room, what's being said behind closed doors? What's being said behind your back? What is the example that you are setting? What do people see? What do people see? That's the question. That's the legacy. We've got to work on that, people. We've all got to work on that. I can tell you what people see in me. What people see in me is they saw me go to bed last night when everyone else, not everyone else, but they saw me go to bed last night when we had an opportunity to party it up. The old Glenn Lundy would have partied it up. The new Glenn Lundy's got this show called #Rise and Grind with these people that he absolutely loves. I've got responsibilities. I've got a legacy to create. There is a reason that I have been put here. There is a reason that we have been connected in this way on this existence, and that is a priority to me. My legacy is important to me. What you say about me is important to me. The example that I set is important to me. Is it important to you? Kim Barrett and Dave Benson. Kim Barrett and Dave Benson are these mastermind genius dudes that sometimes they're so high level with some of their thinking and the things that they do that a lot of times I just can't even follow some of their stuff. Everybody's got their niche. Those guys got their niche. Pure geniuses. They delivered all kinds of valuable information on how we can grow our brands and our funnel and how we can build and generate more income and all this powerful stuff. But more than anything, what I love is I saw Kim Barrett back in the green room. I saw Kim Barrett back in the green room the entire time working. Here the guy is. He came in from Australia. It was 3 o'clock in the morning, Australia time. He's in the green room speaking and feeding into our people and feeding into this conference. But yet, in between everything, he was working relentlessly. What is that? Oh, sorry, this basketball game kicked off behind me. I was like, what the heck? But no, he was working relentlessly on his craft, tirelessly working on his craft. Same thing with Dave Benson, constantly working to make the conference better, constantly working to figure out ways that we can connect with individuals on a different level and talk about connections. That guy, Dave Benson, his heart is so full, the way he commands the stage, the way in between each of the speakers, he goes out there and talks and breathes life into them and breathes life into me and into us. It was incredible, man. It was incredible. I'm telling you, I wish every one of you were here. I wish everyone that watches this video was here. Hustle Grind Con has been incredible, people. Lisa Copeland, my very dear friend Lisa Copeland, she came out and taught us the art of the big sell. Lisa Copeland came out. That game is going off again. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Lisa Copeland came out and she smacked us all in the face. And Lisa was like, listen, you got to check it out. The people that are in your tribe, the people that are around you, are they for you or are they against you? Because if they're not for you, we don't have time for them. And she means it in the best way. I know she's got a massive heart. I understand what she means. But she's talking about how there's injustice out there, how women don't get treated properly in certain work environments or don't get the opportunities that they should, how minorities sometimes don't get the opportunities that they should. She talked about the things that a lot of people don't want to talk about, and that's because she relentlessly understands her power. She understands her heart. She understands her mission. She understands what she believes in, and she's not afraid to put it out there for anyone. She is not afraid. She is not going to talk down or talk less than. She is not going to have her voice be shrank or smaller simply because you don't like it, simply because your opinion is different. And that's what I love about Lisa. Lisa is relentlessly Lisa at all times. I want to be more like Lisa at all times. Lisa doesn't seek anybody else's approval. Lisa stands up on a stage, commands it like a straight up boss, smacks you in the face, tells you the truth, taught us how to create movements, taught us how to get people to buy in, taught us the importance of exactly what we do. She brought it. She smacked it. It was amazing. It was amazing. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. This whole conference has been incredible. The relationships that we're building are incredible. Last night before I went to bed, I looked down. I don't have the picture loaded. I wish I did. But I looked down at Scott Simons, Josh Cummins, Brian Benstock, just all these brilliant minds sitting around in a circle in this house, and me being able to be a part of it and to witness it and to gather this wisdom. It's life-changing. It's life-changing. And at the end of the day, why are all these games kicking in with sound all of a sudden? Gold Tee just kicked in. The basketball just kicked in. Oh, my gosh, I'm sorry to get distracted. It's just kind of weird. But listen. There's a man named Shaka Dyson that brought the house down. Okay? There's a man named Shaka Dyson that brought the house down. And it just, man, I just remember something too. Yesterday, everybody talked about God, man. Everybody was talking about God, all these powerful people, all this wisdom, all these, I mean, it's just amazing, the platform. It's amazing. Shaka Dyson came on the stage, and Shaka said, if you can't, then you must. He said, if you can't, then you must. And he dove into stories of adversity. He said, if you can't afford to do this, then you must get your butt to work. If you can't live the life that you want to live, then you must work harder. You must develop the discipline. You must. You have no other choice. And he delivered. He delivered as the sweat poured off of his head, because you could tell he was leaving it all on the stage. This man, Shaka Dyson, taught us to push. He said we must persist until success happens. It was incredible. It was incredible, man. He told his story of how people and his family members have been murdered. His mom ran out on him when he was 2 years old. He told of the adversity of his life, all of the struggles of being a teenage father. He talked about it all. He was raw. He put it all on the stage. It was real. He told us, he just poured life into us. He was so honest. He was so open. He was so passionate in the way that he's turned his life around, the way that he's a happily married married man, the way that he represents his family well, the way that he represents the auto industry well, the way that he represents human beings well, the way that he stood on this stage and gave it all to us to the point where he was in tears and I was in tears and the crowd was in tears and it just was incredible. Oh man, I'm tearing up again already, and we got a whole nother day of this stuff today. We have a whole nother day of this today. Listen, my friends out there in Facebook land, I can't thank you enough. I can't thank you enough for what you've done in my life. I can't thank you enough for being a part of hashtag Rise and Grind. If it wasn't for hashtag Rise and Grind, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't be sitting right here, right now, in this house with these people experiencing all of this. I wouldn't have met Sean Hayes. I wouldn't have met Dave Benson. I wouldn't have had the opportunities that I've had to connect with the people that I've connected with. I wouldn't know any of you. There's so many of you in this group that I never would have known. What a shame that is. What a shame that is, that there are so many opportunities in our lives, so many things that we're not doing, so many things that we're missing out on, so many people that we're missing out on, so many connections that we're not making because we're scared or we fear or we're making excuses. Shaka talked about that. Fear was false excuses. False excuses appearing real. I think he's what he said somewhere along those lines. I get him confused. But we make these excuses. We throw things in there like, well, we don't have enough time, or we throw things in there like we'll do it later in life, or we throw things in there like we're not old enough, or we're not smart enough, or we're kind of all over the place, and we're not focused in on exactly what we believe in, and we're not focused in on building that legacy that we're supposed to be building, and just in the process we pass. We pass on so many potential experiences, connections in life. And I'm here to tell you today, my friends, let's not pass anymore. Let's not pass anymore. You have so much ahead of you. You have an incredible life inside of you. You are this amazingly powerful being, right? Uniquely made by the God of the universe to be the absolute best version of self that you can possibly be. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? And see, you're already making good decisions. You're in the Rise and Grind group. You're starting your day in a positive way. You're sharing posts and comments in the group, all kinds of positivity. You're connecting and becoming a part of something bigger than yourself. You're already doing all of these things. You're doing it, and it's making an impact on your friends. It's making an impact on your family members. It's making an impact on me. It's making an impact on everyone around you, dude. And I for one, I absolutely love you for it. Do you understand? I absolutely love you. If nobody's breathed that into you today, I want to breathe that into you. I love you. And God loves you. And you have an opportunity on this earth, in this life, in this one existence, to go out and create whatever dreams you want to create. You have an opportunity to connect with whatever people you want to connect with. You have an opportunity to create this unbelievable legacy. It's there. It exists. It is in you. It is in you. And today I want you to go out there. Today I want you to go out there and go get it. Go out there and go get it. Listen, if you need more episodes of hashtag Rise and Grind, go to GlennLundy.com. I got tons of them up there. I do. Please make sure you share this video. You might just change the way you start someone's day. And if you need some Rise and Grind gear, you can get that at GlennLundy.com also. That's Glenn, Glenn, 2 N's, because I'm twice as nice. All of that's awesome. But most importantly, I want you to go out there today. I want you to start looking at your life a little bit differently today. I want you to take all of this that we're putting out there, I want you to apply it today, because today is October 9th, 2018, the first and last time it'll ever be. October 9th, 2019. And all of us, you, me, my Shaka Dysons, my Sean Hayes, my Lisa Copeland, my Hannah Lees, my Dave Benson, my Kim Barretts, my Rhonda Swans, all of us, we all have an expiration date. We don't know when that expiration date is. Maybe it's tomorrow. Maybe it's a year from now. Maybe it's 80 years from now. None of us know. None of us know. But let's live our lives. Let's live our lives taking time out of the equation and become the person that we want to be right now. Do me a favor. Come back here tomorrow morning again at 5:30 a.m. on hashtag Rise and Grind.